selfish. I like my women like I like my money. Green, a little jealous. Cause I'm a beautiful wreck, a colorful mess, but I'm funny.
We're going to be talking about her current projects that she has coming up. Welcome, Yanni.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So you're an up and coming writer. So tell me about the current projects you're currently working on.
My latest project is called 195 Lewis, and we just released it online about 2 weeks ago. It's a show about a polyamorous queer couple in Brooklyn. We like to say it's like the black gay living single.
Okay. So how did you get into this?
Well, I've been a writer since I was like 14, maybe 7 years old. I've been a writer a long time. And when I moved to Brooklyn, me and my friend just were like watching the L Word one day and just was like, this is boring. There's no black people. This just isn't relatable. And so we just started writing our own show, and then we invested our own money, and we got a whole bunch of people together to make it happen, kind of like what's happening here, like just friends and people learning the craft and set up locations, got wardrobe, and just made it happen.
So is 195 Lewis available online right now, or?
Yeah, so you can go to 195lewis.com, and our first season is posted up there. It's about 5 episodes.
Okay, that's awesome. So what are you working on now? Since 195 Lewis is already up and running, so are you working on any other projects?
Yeah, I'm trying to grind right now and be better about it. Like before 195, I used to do a poetry tour called The Revival, and so I went around the world doing that, and we turned that into a documentary, and I got to do like film festivals in Sweden and London, and where else did I go? Savannah, North Carolina, some cool places, some regular schmegular places. But now I'm just working on me. I feel like I've been putting a lot of energy out into other projects and other people, and now I'm just working on my first book.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens.
So what is your book going to be about?
My first book is about my mommy, and it's going to be awesome. And I lost my mom when I was 17, as you know. And it's just about this like juxtaposition of Jesus, which is like the story of resurrection, right? And I just feel like if Jesus is so special, so is my mother. So it's a story about her like death, but then her comeback.
Her legacy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you get started? Like, what made you want to write a book about your mom? I understand, you lost her at 17. So what, put you in that predicament to like, okay, I'm gonna write a book about my mom?
Well, I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, so and I was in the writing department at Duke, so I've just always been writing, always. So sometimes I write poems about, lollipops and gumdrops. Sometimes I write poems about serious issues like war and Trump and blah, blah, blah. We're not gonna go down that road, not tonight, because we up and coming. And now I'm just like kind of praying and meditating on telling my story and making sure to stay true to that as opposed to other people's stories.
Okay. So since that, you already have, you're working on your book, do you think you might do a movie about your book, or?
Yeah, well, that's the challenge. And I think I write screenplays too, obviously with 195 Lewis. I have a couple of shorts that I'm working on, but I think in terms of like my personal story, I want to make it a book first. Mm-hmm. And then when it's a book, it can always turn into a movie, as opposed to if it's a movie, it's just a movie. Like it's kind of corny if you turn a movie into a book.
Okay. Are you working on any other movies or anything like that?
Yeah, I just had a table read for a short film called Another Miracle Girl, and that's a coming of age story for a young black girl at G. Gardner Shugart Middle School. So all my stuff is really like autobiographical.
Okay. So you have like up and coming cast, or it's just like you got a good cast members or anything like that?
No, the short is definitely still in like writing phase. So it's just an R&D phase. Like I'm just writing the screenplay now. But in terms of 195 and up and coming cast, we have a lot of great local talent. Trey Harris, she was also in Newlyweds. She's in the show, and she's based out of, well, she's from Baltimore, but she's based out of Brooklyn, as well as Roxy Hart, and she's based out of Baltimore. Roxy Johnson, actually, I'm sorry about that. Ray Leon Allen, based out of Brooklyn. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get back to your revival poetry tour. Are you looking to do more touring, or are you just...
People keep asking me about that tour. I did the tour for about 4 or 5 years, and we went all around the country, and I not canceled it, but I like put it on pause because for personal reasons and because the business model wasn't really working. But a lot of folks in my circles have been asking me to bring it back, but I would have to figure out that magical way to do it. But the Revival movie is available not online, but through a distribution center called Women Make Movies. So if anybody wants to see it, they can get it directly through them for like their school or for private home use.
Okay, so if we were to go to like 195 Lewis, will we,
You could watch 195 online.
Online? Yeah. Okay, so basically...
It's rated R, so, no kids allowed.
Yes, I saw a couple episodes, and yeah, we really can't show any of the clips because, yeah, it's just not appropriate. Mm-hmm. So, what's after 195 Lewis? Besides the book?
That's it. And me, just really trying to find my voice as a writer, as a young woman, as a young creative. I'm not sure if I'll stay in the DC, Maryland area much longer, but I don't know about that either. So my life is just like really open. Right now I'm teaching part-time at Anacostia and riding that out and having fun working with young people and developing their stories and them using their voices. But creatively, I'm just focused on writing. And I just found this app called medium.com. It's like a Snapchat for writers, or like really like an Instagram for writers. So I'm gonna start posting on there pretty soon too. And I'm be using my legal name for that, Jade Foster.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just like talk about a little bit more about your writing, because you said you're teaching now. Are you teaching writing or?
Yeah, I incorporate teaching into the program. It's an after-school program. I was a creative writing teacher for about 4 years at Ellington. So yeah, we open up with free writes. We talk about similes. We talk about poetry. I'm a trained poet. That's my background. So it's a lot of poetry classes.
Okay. So poetry, how you get into that? Like,
that's
a whole different story.
It's a whole different base. I don't know. It just happened. I just like to read. And so from reading came writing, and from writing came poetry. It just felt like second nature.
Okay. So, do you want to get into like directing or in front of the camera,
Yeah, shout out to the director of this show. Directing is a whole nother beast. And I produced 195 Lewis too. Producing is a whole nother beast. Like you have to manage like 30 different people on set, from the grips to the actors, to the makeup people, to the wardrobe people, to just the location people. It's just like a lot of work. I would be interested in directing, but I don't know how to use a camera.
Oh.
I don't have a camera. It's just, it would be like really selfish of me to direct sometimes, because it's like, how do you work this? Like, so I would have to learn.
Taking classes, so you get that, information?
Yeah, but I've been to grad school 3 times and I dropped out all 3 times. So I'm not sure if going back to school is...
you got a lot on your plate. You got movies, touring. So maybe if you slow down...
Oh, thank you.
Just a little. You could,
I am going slow. Slow and steady wins the race. I've been back in D.C. for 2 years now. So just kind of getting my roots settled and figuring out what's my next move.
Okay, so... After, you got 1957, you got Revival Tour, you got the Revival movie.
Yep.
You got poetry. Are you going to go out and, start performing your poetry, or?
No, I don't really identify as a poet anymore. That's kind of where I started, and now I'm moving more towards prose and just screenwriting.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you work with a lot of, famous poets?
No, not anymore, but I used to. I studied with some. I studied with Jeff McDaniel. I have a performance this coming weekend in Miami at Art Basel. Art Basel is like this big art conference. It's in somewhere in Europe every year, but it's also in Miami every year. Am I moving my arm too much?
No.
Okay. So I have a performance there with Aja Monet, who's a big time poet, and she just got nominated for an NAACP award.
Okay, awesome. Well, I want to thank you for coming on Up and Coming.
Thank you for
This is
having
Johnny
me.
Supreme, and I
Yay.
appreciate your time.
Thanks, Shanika.
And we're going to go over to Taylor. She's going to show us, do a makeup tutorial on how to put on makeup. So Taylor, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. So how did you, get started with, doing tutorials of makeup?
Well, I just started watching YouTube videos and around like the age of 13. So, yeah.
Okay. So, so when you do your tutorial, can you just, tell us about what you're applying for me?
Mhm. Okay, so I'm gonna do just a simple everyday look, and I'm gonna use my favorite foundation, and so at first I'm gonna apply it and then blend it on my face.
This is fancy. I don't use makeup.
You want to make it look as natural as possible.
Are you using Fenty Beauty?
Mhm.
Okay. You got that Rihanna popping.
Mhm.
How do you like the Rihanna better?
It's really good. I think that I like this product the most because it has a wide variety of shades, so anybody could use her foundation. Okay. And now
So what are you applying now?
I'm gonna apply some concealer, and this is from LA Girl, and this is a cheaper alternative.
Cheaper? Why is it cheaper?
Well, because it's from the drugstore, and
So that's not
it's not as
Rihanna?
it's not as
It's not
expensive
Riri?
as Rihanna, but it still works just as good. And I apply it underneath my eyes so I don't
You
look.
got bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I won't look as dead, you know? And then you just want to blend again.
How long does this take for you to put on, daily?
You know, it really depends what kind of look you're going for, but today we're going for an everyday natural look, still beat.
Okay.
So it could take about 10 minutes at most, because you need to hurry up and make sure that you're on time for wherever you have to go.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't use makeup, so it really doesn't matter for me.
And then I'm just gonna go back over my eyebrows, darken up if I have to.
They could be on fleek.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you just brushing or?
I'm brushing and applying more product to the tail because
What
some of
product?
it more product to the tail because it got faded away by the foundation.
You got that from the drugstore too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me powder just to set everything.
So since you know you like to do makeup and stuff, do you plan on going further with this, or just you just do it for fun?
I just do it for fun, but if I really wanted to, maybe I would try to practice on other people and maybe start like a business or something, doing other people's makeup.
Also, you want to be like a makeup artist or something like that?
Yeah, maybe one day if I get more advanced.
Are you thinking about starting a YouTube channel like some of these YouTubers out there?
Yeah, I would start a YouTube channel. If I would start a YouTube channel, I wouldn't just do makeup. I would also do like hair and any other beauty related videos. So now I'm just gonna take some mascara and just apply some to my lashes.
Do you wear like extended lashes or anything like that?
Yeah, if I'm going for more of a dramatic look.
I don't want to talk and you poke your eye out.
This actually happened to me multiple times. It's actually kind of sad.
It's okay. I mean,
Okay. And then one of my favorite parts is the highlighter. Gotta get your natural glow. Well, make it seem like it's a natural glow, you know? Okay.
so what is that you're applying?
Highlighter to the cheeks and the tip of your nose.
Also, the lights won't, Okay, I got you. So you just keep blotting until it's like blended in or whatever?
Mm-hmm. So it all looks like one face. And then last but not least, lip gloss so your lips aren't chapped and dry.
My lip gloss is popping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my chapstick.
Okay, well,
Whatever.
yeah, whatever you have.
Is that just basic lip gloss or?
It's basic clear lip gloss. And that's it for my everyday look.
Okay, so I mean, you looking kind of on fleek, you got that
Thank you.
popping. So tell me about, you looking to go further with this makeup or anything like that?
Yes, if it was nighttime and I was going out somewhere, I'd probably put some lashes on, way more makeup, probably contour, eyeshadow. But
So it all depends on where you're going.
and what the time of the day is too.
So basically, like during the day, you just like whatever, and you going out, it's
More dramatic and more
more
beat,
official.
you know.
okay. So do you have like a YouTube channel or, or an Instagram or Snapchat or anything like that that people can, look you up and see if, your lip gloss is popping?
Well, I don't have a YouTube channel, but I do have a Snapchat, and you could just simply follow me at theyloveluv_tay.
Okay, Taylor. So, you did your little tutorial. You had the Rihanna Fenty popping. What else can we find?
Becca highlighter or Anastasia or LA Girl and Maybelline.
So that's basically all the stuff that you currently use for this whole set right there. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming out, giving a little tutorial on everything for our show. And drop your Snapchat one more time for me.
theyloveluv_tay.
All right. I am your host, Shanika, and this is Up and Coming. And I would like to thank both my guests, Yanni
Thank you.
and Taylor, for
Thank
coming
you.
out today to, giving their love. And 195lewis.com. Check her out. And Taylor, At
They
They Love Tay.
underscore Tay.
underscore Tay. All right.
And if I can say, my Instagram is also at 88 Supreme, 88 SUPREME.
All right.
Yeah.
88 Supreme. That's your what? Snapchat?
That's my Instagram too. I don't think I'm young enough for Snapchat. I feel like you gotta be like 20 to be on Snapchat.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it here. Well, thank y'all for coming and tuning in to Up and Coming. And I'm your host, Shanika, and I appreciate your time.
My honey, sweet, little selfish. I like my women like I like my money. Green, a little jealous. Oh, I'm a beautiful wreck, a colorful mess, but I'm funny. Oh, I'm a heartbreak babe with a stone cold neck.